Walking into season 2 of Loki has been met with a lot of questions from fans, especially in regards to the bigger picture and whether or not this series is leading and setting up the events of Kang Dynasty, but more importantly, Secret Wars. Well, the producer of the series elaborates a little further about the direction. So once again, this comes at us from the Loki co-executive producer and producer of both seasons, Kevin Wright, who was asked about the process of developing Loki, and specifically, was he working and talking with any of the people working on Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. He specifically reveals that at the time he was developing this, when Michael Waldron was still on board for Secret Wars, that the two would bounce back and forth, talking about how the series is being developed, what Loki Season 1 is aiming to do, what Marvel hopes to do with Season 2, and going even further, what is sort of gonna be the end of the road here, right? Without explicitly going into talking about how everything ends, just sort of like, how do things line up and what can I set up, what can I not even touch because it might be out of our league or out of our storytelling corner of the story. So, for example, if it needs to deal with the Council of Kangs planning, does that really belong in a Loki Season 2? Probably not. But if they need to set up that this Kang variant is going to survive and somehow use this technology and then help them in Secret Wars, then sure, here's what you need to do and just leave it off on that and others will pick up on it. So more or less what he's confirming here is that the approach to this has literally been a touch and go and need to know basis. At least that's what I'm getting from it. And this isn't surprising because, I mean, this is kind of what they've done a lot. Like the people working on She-Hulk were never told what the bigger picture is or if they're setting up Abomination for like Thunderbolts or anything. They just said, yeah, we don't know. They just told us where to leave them off and that's our job. So I would assume that there's some setup here. But directly setting up Secret Wars, it doesn't sound like that's really in the cards. Although, who really knows? I mean, nobody expected that Loki Season 1 was literally the lead-in to the next Ant-Man movie, and well, that happened.